Hi, I'm Paulette, and welcome back to Good Eats cooking classes online in my home kitchen. So, today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how do you take care of your knife. You know, your knife is your best tool in your kitchen besides your hands, I think. And to take care of it properly, there are a few rules that I think are really important that I want to share with you. The first thing, keep your knives out of the dishwasher. I don't care how many knives you have, how inexpensive your knives are, or if you have the attitude that, oh, it's a throwaway knife, I'll just use it and throw it in the dishwasher and then buy a new one. Your knives are important, and they are good knives are expensive, and you want to take care of them. So here's what I say is keep them out of the dishwasher. Wash them by hand. When you wash a knife by hand, dry it immediately. Don't let it air dry on top of a towel or in a dish rack. That is not good for the sharpness of the blade. Also, don't throw your knives in a drawer after you wash them and dry them. Put them rather in a knife block, you know, those big wood things that have the slats in them. Keep them in that. Or on the wall, one of those magnetic hangers, which is what I have around the corner here, and I just put my knife up there and the magnet holds onto the knife. Those are the best ways to store your knife. And there's certainly all kinds of knife blocks on the market, but whatever works for you is fine with me. Just don't throw them in the drawer because that's what's going to cause nicks. Now, we're all human. I know when you're cooking, you can drop your knife on the floor, and I know you don't mean to do it. I still do it. But you should be watching that because when you drop your knife, it's going to do a little nicking on the blade side, on the blade end of your knife. So before you start cooking every single day, I don't care if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, sharpen your knife. My favorite knife sharpener is this little gadget. It is maybe $12. I love it. You can find these at almost any hardware store. The blade is right in here. It's a V shape, and that's all you need because you want your blade to go through there, and it's going to sharpen both sides of the knife. For me, this is easy because I can toss it in a drawer, get it out every day. I'm not plugging some big machine in to try to sharpen my knives. So the first thing you need to do is to lay down just a towel on your kitchen counter. Put your knife straight up so that some of the knife is hanging over the edge of the towel. Hang on to your knife. Now, this is the important part. Don't let your knife flop back and settle in the V of this little sharpener right on top of your blade. When you get it in the right position, you're going to hear it. Now, you want to start at the very butt end of your blade and pull it with a little pressure all the way down. I'm going to have to move this back. All the way down to the tip of your blade. And in a minute, I'll tell you why you do that. So, once again, all the way down. And see how my hand drops off the tip of the blade? That's so I'm sure I'm going to get that tip nice and sharp. Because when you cook, believe it or not, you do cook with your tip. Now, then you're going to look at your blade and you're going to see these little tiny silver shavings all around, maybe the top, that's especially because that was so dull, and then down here on your blade. And then all you have to do, you don't want to cook with those, so you just wipe them off in your towel and you're good to go. Now, I always just very gently with the blade touch it on the edge of my fingers, and I can feel how sharp my blade is. Now, when you're cooking, when you chop, you use your blade from about the center position, right here where my finger is, all the way to the butt end. So that's an important part to be sharpening. But when you slice and do some more intricate things with your knife, it's from the tip end all the way to the butt end that you use your knife. So please be sure when you have your knife down and your sharpener on top of it, always do from the butt to the tip. Otherwise, you may lose the balance of your knife over time, and you certainly don't want that to happen. Always firmly place your knife down on a towel. Don't try to do one of these where you're going to try to sharpen your knife up here in the air, because you're absolutely asking for a disaster to happen or some accident, because you're not going to have the control you need. When you plant it down here, put your V on here and pull it right down. Now you do have to put a little pressure on it, so you are going to hear that grinding noise, but it's all right. You're going to love it. So every day I encourage all of you, sharpen your knives before you start chopping or doing anything in your kitchen, because it's going to make the time in your kitchen go so much faster. If your blade is not sharp and you're trying to chop fresh parsley or cilantro or celery or carrots, you're going to have a blade that's going all over the place. It's never going to connect into your food and do what you need it to do. So sharpen your blades and stay healthy.